Salutati Scipuli. Today's lesson is the first of 3 lessons from Chapter 9 in Latin for the New Millennium, and it is on 4th conjugation verbs in the present active and passive. So, just as a review, you can tell what conjugation a verb is in from its second principal part. All first conjugation verbs end in ARE. Second conjugation, ERE with that important macron. Third conjugation, ERE without that macron, and now fourth conjugation, IRE with a macron over the I. The fourth conjugation verbs are going to follow a pattern that is similar but not identical to third conjugation verbs. So there are a couple things that you have to realize about fourth conjugation verbs. They're like a blend in some ways of first, second pattern and third pattern. You'll see that right away in that the present stem for fourth conjugation verbs, you get from removing the RE from the ending in the second principal part. Not, just like you do for first, second conjugation verbs, not like third conjugation verbs where you have to remove the entire ERE. And what that means is that your present stem, once again, does have a vowel on the end of it, and that vowel is an I. Okay, so this is a slide that shows you how to form the fourth conjugation. So as always, the first person singular present active indicative is the first principal part, and then after that you just need your present stem plus those personal endings, with the exception of the third person plural where you have to have the U between the present stem and the ending, okay? Present active infinitive, second principal part. In the passive, you have the first principal part plus the R. You have the present stem plus the personal endings in the passive, except for the third person plural. And then we have the present passive infinitive, which is the second principal part. You remove the final E from the second principal part and replace it with a long I, just like you do for the first and second conjugations. As I said before, fourth conjugation verbs are like a meld in some ways of first, second conjugation patterns and third conjugation patterns, okay? Well, the only thing left to do, of course, is a paradigm verb. So we have audio, audire, audivi, auditum. It means to hear. If we remove the RE from the second principal part to get the present stem, we get audi. And then for the present active indicative, first principal part, audio, audis, so our present stem plus the personal endings, audis, audit, audimus, auditus, and then just remember, you have this connecting vowel, the U, in the third person plural only, audiunt, okay? So I hear, you hear, she hears, we hear, y'all hear, they hear, right? Present active infinitive, second principal part, audire, and it means to hear. And then in the passive, we have the first principal part plus the ending, right? Audior, I am heard. And then we have the present stem plus the personal passive endings, right? The passive personal endings, audiris, auditor, audimor, audimony, and then we have the connecting vowel one more time, audiuntor, third person plural, okay? Just remember that the present passive infinitive forms by removing that final E and replacing it with an I. So to be heard, the present passive infinitive is audiri. Okay, that's it. Make sure you take good notes on this video, and we will discuss any questions you have in class tomorrow. Walete.